We've all seen these gorgeous beauties hanging up in decor shops and fancy places like that and wondered, I wonder if I could make it. Well, you wonder no more, because today we're going to show you exactly, step by step, how to make your very own kokedamas. That's what it's called, kokedama. It's a Japanese word that means a plant that's hanging suspended by moss. But what you really need to know is that it's really easy and very cool. So what are we going to need? First of all, you need your said plant. I've got a selection here of different succulents because they always work beautifully in kokedamas. I've got some trusted palm peat, which I've already added the water to, so you can see how it's swollen. I've got a bit of potting soil in here. And next up, rope, some ordinary twine. I've got some coir here. This is the stuff that you normally use to line your hanging baskets with. And I've got some sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss, look at that. That's got a really lovely texture. This is how we get started. All we're gonna do is take a little bit of our palm peat and we're gonna add it into a tray and work in a tray like this because it is messy. So the equal portions of your palm peat to equal portions of potting soil. And you can add a bit of water at this point just to make it slightly damp. If it's a very dry mixture, you're not going to be able to cake it on to your little plant that you're using. What am I going to use? I think I'm going to go with this little Haworthia here. So the idea now is that with this, we've got to start building our little circle. Now, depending on the size of the plant and the size of your root ball, that is going to determine the size of your circle because you want it to be in proportion. So with this one, we don't have to build such a big ball around it. But the first thing that you want to do is to take a bit of your coir and also to make life a little bit easier here, to help it mold, add a bit of water to it. Okay. Cup it in there, you've got a nice little nest in there. Then we take some of our mixture, add a little bit in there. Okay. And then we put our plant on top, right? And then what we do is we take it, we add a bit more soil right to the side, and then we're going to take a bit more of this, wet it, and then we add a bit there. Do you see how we're going? Add a bit of soil in there, and so we're going to go around. So when you put the soil in, then push it down with your fingers, just like that. And now start with your rope, because this is what holds the whole thing together. And remember, because it's a suspended form of planting, you're going to need to have a piece that you can then loop around. And start at the neck, it makes it easier. So there we're going to go round, okay? And then from this side, we go there and then round. And so you're just going to carry on and loop this baby round. From here, I'm going round the neck, okay, and all the way around the plant again, right down to the base. And then we come up and then we go to the other side. So I've got a bit of a patch there, you see, a bit of soil over there, so I'm going to add a bit to there. So pop it over there, right, and then off you go again. Once you're comfortable that you've got enough of it on, you can then take this piece, okay, and we can cut it off. And this is where you're now going to make a knot around the neck, because remember, that's the suspension. So a simple little knot around the neck. Get it nice and tight. So now, you see all the bits over here? I don't like that because I'm a neat freak. Just take a pair of scissors and simply just trim this away a bit. Tie a knot in the top. And there's your little baby, ready to hang up. Easy, isn't it? All right, folks, as for maintenance and care, the most important part is as soon as you've planted your little baby up, is to get it dunked. And this is going to be your standard watering procedure. Of course, where you're going to be hanging it is all dependent on the plant that you've got. What we're going to do is our first application is going to be with some start grow. Now, what you use start grow for is generally when you've transplanted, when you're trying to germinate, or when you are moving a plant from one area to the other. And all we're going to do is a capful of this, or a little bit more, can't harm, into a little bucket of water, because this is how we're going to water it. Give it a stir, and then you take your whole kokedama and you dunk it in here, because that's how we water it. As a general rule of thumb, a once every 10 days watering for your little Kokedama, if it's in a well-lit position, is more than enough. Once you've done with the start grow, your next application on your next feeding, which will be 10 days later, is going to be with your multi-grow. So all I need to do now is find a little home for my baby. And I think this little spot up here will be perfect, together with its other friends. Remember folks, everything that I've used today is available at your local builders. You can get it in store or you can get it online by going to builders.co.za. You can make your own Kokedamas. You can make hundreds of them. Remember, if you're interested in gardening and want to find out some more hints and tips, then go to our blog and also check out our YouTube channel. And remember, you get to Builders and you get it done and get a whole lot of Kokedamas done too.